exclusively on the Live the Dream Media Network.
Thank you for tuning in to the Live the Dream Media Network. Our featured broadcast will begin shortly.
Can't look at me straight. I step up closer to the edge of her waist. Palm sweat, can't wait. She leans into me. Oh yeah. I grant her a dream. 'Cause I'm a lover boy at heart. I'm a lover boy at heart. And an attitude change. Stands up tall with the wind in her face, saying boyfriend that way. She leans into me. Oh yeah. I slam on the speed. 'Cause I'm a lover boy at heart, yeah. I'm a lover boy at heart.
You've got a voice, but are you ready for a global audience? Don't just settle for standard studio rental. At Live the Dream Media, we amplify your voice by broadcasting your podcast completely live on our exclusive online radio network. Whether they're down the street or across the world, your listeners can lock in live on YouTube, Meta, and the Live the Dream Media app. Why choose live? Because real-time connection builds a loyal community, extends your reach further than ever, and turns a simple recording into a massive digital event. Stop waiting on the edit. Go live, build your crowd, and live the dream with Live the Dream Media today.
Radio evolves more as the years progress, and it is only becoming better. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app. Catch your favorite music 24/7 and tune into live podcasts, or catch up on your own time with our on-demand library. No matter where you travel in the world, you can be anywhere on the planet and stay connected. Download the Live the Dream Media app for free today on the Apple App Store and Google Play, and experience radio reimagined.
The views and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the hosts and guests, not the opinions of Live the Dream Media. The content provided on this show is for entertainment and informational purposes only.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. Happy Thursday to all of you. We have a great show for you today. And we have our co-host, Dr. Joe.
Good morning, everybody.
How you doing, Doctor?
Feeling strong. I took that warm walk this morning.
It was warm this morning. I did 10 miles on the mountain bike this morning. So
You're beating me. I did 2 miles with the wife and the dog, but it's great just to kind of clear the head, get the body moving, kind of prepare for the day.
It is. I love doing that. Getting ready for the day.
That's right. That's
getting
right.
your blood circulating.
Kind of like a warrior.
Yeah.
Maybe kind of like a ninja warrior.
Not quite like a ninja warrior. No, I wouldn't put it in that realm. That's pretty intense.
Very intense.
But let's welcome our guest today, Arona Spader.
Hello.
Good morning. Bring your mic up just a little bit. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Perfect. Perfect. So you have competed in American Ninja Warrior both last season and this season.
Yep.
And just tell us a little bit about it.
So my friends that I train with, they have been on the show, and so they're like, you know what, you should try it out. And it was only been my first year of competing, so some of them had, because you had to submit an audition, and so they had said many years doing it, and I was like my first time trying, and I got in.
Oh wow!
So,
Congratulations!
Fantastic.
But it was my first year was very, I don't know, overwhelming because I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't think to ask people, so I went in very blind, being like, all right, let's see how it goes. And it was a huge eye-opener, but I met some amazing people. And then the next year was way better because I was very prepared, and I made sure anybody new coming in had an idea what was going on, so they wouldn't have the experience that I had.
That's right.
So they don't do any kind of orientation or anything and say, here's what to expect, and here's how it goes?
Kinda. They have a Zoom meeting that you come in before you fly out, and they tell you what you can and can't do with some videos and stuff like that, and that's pretty much it. So when you get there, you have a lot of interviews, you have your B-roll, and so you're just kind of going to different places, and I didn't know where anything was, and I was constantly lost, and I was by myself, so it was I still had a lot of fun, and I met some amazing people that kind of helped me out, but they didn't tell me all the things that would be going on. So the next year I was like, all right, I'm prepared.
So with that interview video that you did, is that what they play kind of during, or kind of before you get up on stage, before you take the course? Is that what they play for everyone to see? Hey, this is my family. This is where I train.
Kind of your story to bring you there?
So that's actually filmed after everything.
Okay.
So you'll do your run, and they have an idea. So when you send in your audition, you kind of tell them about your story or whatever you want them to know, and then they kind of nitpick, and I had too much stuff, so they had to break it down.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm I had a lot of different things. So one year was one thing, and the other year was this one. And then when you go to run your course, I can't hear anything. They all have the judges talking and stuff up the top. I can't hear them. The people in my family pops up on the screen the first year. I can hear them kind of because they have the speakers on the floor, but that's about it. And so the interview and all that stuff is all added in. The only things I can kind of see is the people on my sideline. They're way down at the end, but that's about it.
Right. So when you're up there, because you're elevated, right?
You're
above
really
everything.
high up.
So when you're up there, it's kind of just you and the course.
Yep, pretty much. You can hear the cheering and stuff, but it's not in the video. It sounds a lot louder because they have mics over by the crowd, but they're not right next to me, so I can hear them, but they're not what you hear on the TV.
Yeah.
Now, where was it at the last couple of years?
It's been in Vegas.
In Vegas, okay, okay.
Yeah.
It's been in Vegas, and then when was it filmed this year?
It's filmed in the end of September is usually when
so it's still pretty warm then, because the water obstacles and whatnot. Yeah, okay.
But they do it at night.
Yes.
They do it at night. We were there one year, and they were filming. They actually had it all set up, and it was filmed right behind our timeshare in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
And I think they start at 11 p.m., I think, or 10 p.m.
So they have, minors have to go early. So our call time is at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And we have to be there at the buses, and then they bus us over, and you should just stay there until we're done filming. So minors go first, and our lunchtime is midnight.
Okay. Yeah.
So they have to go before, I think, 11 o'clock or something. So they all have to go, and then they have everybody else. But then lunch is like an hour, so then we have a break, and then we come back at 1.
Right.
But you can't leave.
Yeah.
So once you're there, you're stuck. So I learned my first year, I didn't know that. And so I slept on my little jacket and just curled in the ball, and I was like, it did not work out. So the next year I like brought a little mat. Some people bring like a whole mattress and stuff like that.
Okay.
And prepare for camping.
Yep. And I fell asleep the second year.
Ninja camping.
Right, ninja camping.
Pretty much.
Very cool. So tell me about, I have young kids who are athletes. You very much look like an athlete, which is, it's obvious to see. Like you are an athlete of some sort. You train, I could tell, there's definition. Right. So what was your journey to even getting there? What did it look like in middle school or high school? What made you think that, hey, I'm an athlete, and then kind of the progress towards Ninja Warrior?
So I lived on a farm when I was adopted, so I'd be out and around doing stuff out there, and I'd jump off of things, and I had no fear. Like that was the one thing. I was not scared to do things. Yeah. And so they put me in so they had a lot of rodeos, and I would always win the racing. I'd meet kids down there, I'd get the cool little prizes because I could always win. So then they're like, you know what, let's put her in track and see how well she does. And then I was undefeated in track.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, I want to be an Olympic athlete. And that was like my dream since I was like 6 years old.
Wow.
And so then when I got to junior high and high school, I was in track, and I was still undefeated. I had a bunch of state champions and stuff like that. And so I was like, I'll go to college. And it was a rude awakening about what was out there because I was in a small town. But it showed me more stuff to do because small towns don't have a lot of things. Like there's no climbing up there because they're not big enough for a climbing gym. But
and where's home?
Oh,
where's hometown?
Snowflake, Arizona.
Oh,
so
wow.
little town.
Yeah.
So, but before that, it was Camas, Francis, Utah.
Oh,
okay. So another small town. So I went to a small town to another small town.
Okay.
So
high school, college, and then you still ran in college?
I ran in college for a bit, but then I was kind of over track, and I wanted to go into theater and dance because I had to give that up for sports. And so I went into that, loved it, and then I was like, I still love my sports. So I went back to sports again, and it was climbing. And then since I loved doing so much climbing and big moves, like the dynamic moves, they're like, you should try ninja. And my friend had like a setup in his backyard. And I tried it like for a little bit. And then another friend's like, no, I actually have a real setup in the backyard. His son, his son wanted to be on the show. So the dad built the whole thing in his backyard.
Wow. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So I went there and trained for a bit. And then that's kind of what sent me off into the ninja world.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Now, did you do some climbing, like rock climbing, like on a rock were you a permanent fixture at a rock climbing wall in town, that type of thing?
No, I did little competitions, but I did them as adults, so it was kind of open to whoever wanted. You just the age group that you got put in. I was too old for teams, so I was like, adults kind of just do their own thing. I think they do have some team things out there, but I haven't really found them.
Okay, fair enough. So you literally just jumped into it, and using that previous athletic ability, got into it. So what does training look like now? Are you currently training?
My last day of just chill. I gave myself a few days after competition, world competition, that I needed a break because my arm was.
You got to have some rehab. 100%. Yeah.
And then now I'm getting back into it, and it consists of like, so for Mondays I have, let me see. So Mondays and the weekends I train ninja, and then I climb on Wednesdays, and I climb, depending on it, Fridays, depending how I feel. And then I'll do running and weightlifting, and I'll change it up, and then I have like dance and stuff in between just to kind of give my body something else to do.
Okay, and your mind too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it sharp.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very
now,
cool.
have you gone through any injuries?
I have. I've gone through a bunch of
Every
injuries.
athlete
Yes.
has their injuries.
I know.
Yeah.
For track, it was I had stress fractures and stuff, so those were a big deal. But then I had fallen during a practice, and I injured my back, and that injury has never gone away. So now when I climb or do ninja, it will flare up when I do it. So I've had tendinitis. I don't know what I did, but it was in December after a competition, and I went to push up after doing some parkour thing, and pain shot all the way up my arm. And I couldn't use my arm for 2 weeks. It was kind of dead there.
Yeah.
I could lift it up and then just fall. I did my own little therapy to get it back to going just because I was like, well, hopefully I'll give it a few weeks. And if it's still bad, then I'll go and have someone check it out. But luckily the therapy I did on it got me back to doing it again. And then I broke my finger but I didn't break it doing ninja. I broke it trail running.
Oh. Trail running, really? Okay.
Bonk a tree or what?
I fell, and you have water bottles that hook to your hand. And I went to catch myself, and a rock hit my hand.
Oh.
So I just taped it together and then did my ninja.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did a well splint. Yep.
Wow.
And then, there are too many. I have had like hip like pulls, neck ones. I did MMA for a bit, and the girl like pulled the whole back. Yeah.
Wow.
I love doing different things. Like I'm like, oh, I should try that.
Do you have a coach?
No, I'm one of those rare ones that doesn't take a lot to push me. I can just do it on my own.
Okay.
I don't really need it helps. I love it. It does get me a little more motivated, but I just.
Well, it sounds like you're just self-motivated.
Yeah.
You just go out there and do it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a rare few. It
Yeah.
really
Very
is.
rare. Very rare. So what's next?
Well, I just got back from Worlds, and so I want to get more into film and stunts. I've done a few of it over in LA, but I really want to, so I'm hoping that this kind of opens it up for people to see the talent that I have. But then I was going back into competitions again. I'm gonna try for a new category. So that one's actually gonna be in the Olympics in 2028. So
wow, fantastic.
For
ninja.
Oh, for ninja.
So there's
really?
I think it's what is it called? It's a bunch of different things you have to do. Pentathlon, or I just forgot what it's called. But it's a bunch of things meshed together. So you have to do like shooting, then you have to do like
decathlon.
Yeah. So that's what, and then you are switching out one of the things for ninja. So it's 100 meters of a course that you have to do.
Oh, that is going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah. So they had that at this last competition, and I did it, but by the 6th day, I was in so much pain that I was like, we're just going to run it to see how it feels. And I did pretty good, but I was like, next year I will go for action.
And where was this at?
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was way far. That flight was a nightmare, but it was pretty fun. It was 6 days of competing, and so.
Wow.
So what does that look like as an athlete?
This year was a little different just because they usually condense it into a few days, and you compete several different categories within a day. But that was a lot, and I did not like it. I was stressing the whole day, and I was like, I thought I lost 20 pounds just from how much I was stressing. I was like, let's not do that. So they spread it out, and they had FINA, and then they had UNAA, they had OCR, and then they had the World Cup. And so all of them were in their own day, which made it a lot nicer. But also I wasn't prepared for 6 days of straight competing.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
recovery.
Mentally and physically, that's a lot.
So by the end, everyone was like, all right, we're done.
Do they have things and people there to help you recover faster, like ice baths or like red light or chiropractors or like massage therapists?
They have a massage therapist there. They're growing more, so I feel like they're going to have that more and more on the sidelines. But it also is a combination of adults and kids. So you would have a bunch of kids swamping the area, being in the way of it. But like they have massage guns and stuff there that you can get, and like the winners got that in their bags, so it was pretty nice.
That's
What about like nutritionists or nutrition stations, or do they help you out with that throughout the competitions?
Yes and no. They have it there, but like if you don't really know about it, you're not going to go over there and like figure it out. But they had food and stuff there, but not what you expect. But I feel like it had just from last year, it had gotten so much bigger in how they set up things and what was there and what was needed.
So they're kind of learning as they go.
Yeah. They actually had a med station this year, usually, because when you're ripping your hands a lot, you don't know where to go. So they actually had that there for the athletes.
Right.
So, yeah, I feel like it will be in the future that it's going to be added in there because there's so much more people this year just compared to last year.
No, so is it at a university campus or what is it? Where is it held at?
It's what do you call those buildings? Like one of the convention centers and stuff like that. They have the big empty buildings that are used for multiple things. That's what it was. This building was huge. And so
very nice.
We got the OCR was actually in that building too. Usually it's like set into another room, but it was like big enough to withstand all of that.
So
very cool.
So Olympics are coming up in a couple of years, right?
2028.
28,
yeah,
right?
2 years.
So 2 years from now, right?
Yeah.
Right. That would be the Summer Olympics.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when this decathlon would be. Do you know what the next steps are to get to
How do you qualify?
Yeah, how do you get
or,
in
No,
or you have to
so
go to
I'm
certain events to qualify?
Right.
I'm slowly learning how this works because I was like, oh yeah, let's try it out, and I was like, wait, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. But you have to be like in those like categories. So like when I tried the World Cup, you actually have to compete and start doing that and get a feel for it, and then you have to also do OCR because then they have the.
For?
That's a good
What,
one.
what is it?
It is a 3K that you run and do obstacles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, that kind of sounds fun.
yeah, so they have different ones. It's like a harder version of a Spartan, but
That's
it's
what I
really
was thinking.
short. Yeah.
I was thinking of that.
Because Spartans, the stuff is really easy to do, and OCR is kind of geared more to ninja.
She says really easy to do.
Sorry.
And most people fail at that or
Sorry.
take an hour. Or yeah.
But yeah, so they have different lengths of that. So you kind of you have to get qualified for that, and then it goes. So I'm still figuring it out. But there's a few girls that are, I think they're in Vegas, that are on their way for that. They're
Oh, wow. Cool.
insanely strong and good on the course. So
Very
it's fun to
cool.
watch them too.
Yeah. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break, and we will be back here in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Stader Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Stader Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Stader Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
It's July in Tucson. No time to gamble on a cheap AC install. Some of the other AC names got bought out by investment companies and won't stand behind their installs. We stand behind our installs with a 1-year money-back guarantee. Family owned since 2001. Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Call 520-492-0748 or online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Hey Tucson, why do we accept pain as normal just because we're over 40? Nearly 8 out of 10 Americans suffer with back pain. At Wellness Chiropractic, we help people after car accidents with chronic neck and back pain, numbness tingling down the arms. If you're like me, you like to spend time outside with the family, hiking, biking, everything. Don't let that pain stop you. Wellness Key Chiropractic, we help that body move better so you can be the better version of yourself.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
All right, we are back. So, hey Tony, if that video's queued up, let's go ahead and show that video that I sent you. Yep.
The loads are ready to roll on Amazon.
That's the ad that's in front of it.
Every day.
Well, we all use Amazon.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
A lot.
Let's see. Oh, YouTube has to have their ads in there. All right, go ahead and go back, and we'll
Figure it out.
see if maybe you can queue it up and what's that? Oh, okay. All right. Well, we won't do the video then.
Okay, so tell me, what are some of the hardest things that you have to do in Ninja Warrior? I mean, I see the salmon ladder. I've seen some of the uneven platforms. Those to me seem tricky. I've seen people go the fast way through them. I see people go the slower, safe way. What do you find? What obstacles do you find very challenging?
The challenging ones, I do not like moving obstacles. So if I have to like lâché to something and the thing moves and gives way or is not hooked in, those freak me out because I've fallen hard on those. But that's probably it, because or the precision. So like you have to take like a cane and you have to precisely place it on another, but you have to throw a lâché while you do it. If you miss, that's a hard fault.
Yeah.
And you have a little spot that you have to like kind of catch it in. So I don't care for those. But like the rest, like balancing is like the easiest, like those hard moving things that I love it. That's the easiest one for me, thanks to my dance background. And then big moves, I love doing those. That scares people. I will throw those all the time. So
how about this? This is a little slightly off topic, but obviously you must be able to do a pull-up, which is amazing for anybody, but especially females. I mean, like just wow, Wes, how many pull-ups can you do?
21.
Wow.
That's a wow.
Yeah, that's huge.
That is a big wow.
That is huge.
That is a big wow. So that I mean, anyone that's ever even tried to do a pull-up, to do 21 of them is ridiculously impressive. I don't care who you are, but I mean, that is amazing. So keep it up. That is
very cool.
I am very impressed.
Yeah. But your hand strength and grip strength must be just, I mean, it's something that you have to work on, right?
Yes.
I mean, and that's probably part of the rock climbing and all that stuff. Because, I mean, I see you like on the kites, where you're holding on there, and then you have to kind of throw yourself up to the next part of it. I mean, that's hard. That'd be crazy for me to try to do.
It's a strength that I kind of take for granted because I kind of climbing naturally just made me, like when I went over there, I didn't have to really work on it. But being like where you're putting your hands, how you're holding it, how you move through stuff. And so I had to learn that one because climbing, you can kind of just crimp through it and stuff, but you're holding it this way. You're doing a mixed grip. You're doing a whole, like it changes as you're moving through the courses. But it's a lot of dead hangs help with that.
Dead hangs. Now, is that with the fingertips or is that with the bar?
You can do it for climbing. I do it on the cliffhangers. So we do a lot of cliffhangers. So those help a lot because in competitions, people love cliffhangers and they're like not my favorite.
I don't think they're anyone's favorite.
And then, dead hangs holding bars and it's holding different sizes of bars because sometimes the bar can be super tiny and that cuts into your hand a little bit more. Or you have a big wide bar.
gripper.
And so that one, like you could slide off it. So you have to like hold it like this. And so it's just different ways of just holding the bar and how to dead hang off of that.
Have you done some of those peg ones where you have to take it out and then climb it out?
I learned to do it in lock-offs and I've learned to do it in a dead hang. So.
Wow.
That is brutal.
So it's
amazing.
Yeah.
See, you might even consider doing like some coaching on the side. Like how do you get kids kind of stronger and stronger and of course having fun with it as well, because it looks like you're smiling. You're still having fun with this.
Yes,
which is pretty cool.
I do coach, so yeah.
Oh,
do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do coach.
Okay. So what kind of coaching? Like at a facility or one-on-one?
At Hit Squad, I'm one of their coaches there, and they have like they do have one-on-one classes, but I kind of do the group classes, the beginner ones that come in, and then I can do team.
Okay.
So just depending on the day and what kids are there. And then I'll do, like, if I'm at an open gym and kids come in, then I can coach them there too.
Wow. Okay. Is that kind of where you're going to go in the future? do you think? Or do you want to go more towards your acting and stunts?
It changes.
Yeah.
Like it literally like the past 5 years, I was like, I'm gonna do this. I was like, okay, I did great in that. I'm gonna do this, and then I switched. Now I do murals. All of a sudden, I was
that's
like,
right. I saw that on social media.
I switch up like every 5 years. So I don't say like I want to do like certain things, but I know that something might change my course too.
Right.
So I'm really open to anything that changes it.
So for people who are listening right now, what would be like a way to even help you kind of move forward? What would be the next step for you? Like what opportunities are you looking for that would kind of like be like, you're already here. What's the next step that the right person listening might, be looking for a person like you and be able to help you to get to that next level as well?
I think my biggest dream right now is stunts.
Okay.
I've done it and I loved it and I watched this stuff, and so I was like, that's kind of where I really, really want to go. And that's kind of what pushed me more to do ninja, because they had to do falls, and I'm like, I know how to fall off really tall stuff now. So I can do all this stuff. And then like they wanted your own kind of skill, and so since like I did bow staff and that was a skill that someone didn't have, but I have it. So when they come my way, they're like, she knows how to do that. Or climbing. There's not like a lot of black climbers, so now I'm like, I can do that. And so just kind of in like ninja, now I'm like, I could do these certain moves. If they had to have someone climbing through a building and run, I could do that like over and over again.
Okay.
But
that is very cool.
Very nice.
So if you own a production company out here, I mean, whether it be small or big, that'd be a great start. So if you're looking for some help, some talent, we have some right here.
Yeah. Yep. So a million years ago, in another lifetime, couple lifetimes, I guess, I was the medic that would be down there at the bag when the stunt person would fall off the big building.
That's so cool.
At Old Tucson.
Okay.
At Old Tucson, we had stuntmen,
right,
and they'd
fall
get
off.
shot, and they'd fall off the building.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'd be there at, down on the ground at the bag, making sure that they were okay.
Still breathing.
Yeah, we'll catch them. It's just like a big, like airbag kind of.
Yeah. It like deflate like as you hit it. Yeah, they have different ones. So
yeah, and this was 30 years ago, so I bet you technology has changed a lot. Yeah.
So especially with AI, I'm wondering how that works, because they can make you pretend to flip.
They probably could. Yeah.
Well, the last one that I did for the films, I was rigged up and I had to look like I was in space. And so it was a lot of just floating around on a rig. But yeah. So they can hide a lot of this stuff. It's just surprising.
Yeah.
So tell me, when was the last time that you took a first in a competition?
Last competition.
This last one?
Yeah.
Nice.
And
those were the worlds, right?
Yeah. Let me see. Where is
and
it?
does that get you into the next thing?
Yeah. So what happens is if you like make top 5, top 10 in certain categories, you have to go pro. And since I keep getting on the top 5, I have to start going pro now.
Wow. And what does that mean?
You compete with the top ninjas.
Okay.
And so the pro level, and you can get like, if you win, you get paid and stuff like that. These days, if you win, you get like fun. You basically get paid still, but like it's even bigger.
Right.
So,
that top prize. Yeah.
So do you have a next competition already lined up?
Yes, it will be in, I think there's one in August, and then there's one in September and in October.
Wow.
So I'm doing all of the categories now. I tested them out, and I'm going to do them all. So I have to start like getting sponsors and stuff just to help me get through all of this. But
right, you need sponsors to help you travel and stay at those different cities and all that, right?
So and then what was the other one? I'm trying a WNL is another one. I didn't do it last year just because it was too much, and then I did parkour, and I ended up winning the parkour competitions here, but I could not it would have been I'd fly out, come to a competition, then come back and fly out, do another world competition. And it would have been like I was like, you know what, we're just picking one.
Okay, yeah.
So next year I will be doing all that.
Wow. Okay.
So you're winning worlds. I mean, that seems like that would be like the next step into getting qualified for the Olympics. So like what's like that's what I'm really excited about. I mean, we're 2 years away.
Right.
I mean, but you having that on your resume, that opens big doors.
Yes.
Big doors.
So I have to increase my training by a lot. There's some things I watch my videos like a million times, so I'll watch it and rewatch it, see what I need to work on, and there's some things that I'm like I have to fix in order to even be considered.
Okay.
Wow. So you have to be sometimes your own coach and your own toughest critic too. Yeah.
Yes. Basically, I've had some teary moments, and I'm like, all right, you gotta knock it off. You gotta keep going. And,
and that's hard too. I mean, just to keep yourself motivated. You know, when you make your mistakes, and you have to watch those videos over and over again and say, okay, this is what I need to correct. How do I correct it? How do I go by trying to correct it, correcting that move or whatever it is? Yeah.
So do you have like a friend who's competing with you that you guys are kind of going together at some of these things?
Yes and no. So there's huge age gap. So I'm competing with kids who are like 10 years younger.
Oh, okay.
So I have to always remember that when they hit the ground, they can get back up a little faster than me. So I just have to be like, you're doing okay. But they're fun competitors. We're a team. And so we do joke around and mess around with people. Like if I get a move, I was like, if they're doing a lache and I catch it, I'm like, am I better than everyone else? Just like stupid stuff like that. They're like, no, you're not. I was like, dang it. But like just stupid things like that. But it gets us motivated to see like what the other competitions are, because we all are kind of up there. So you kind of have that visual rather than going in and thinking you're the top and then you're blindsided by everybody else.
Right.
So
yeah.
Right.
And then we all follow each other on Instagram. So we watch everyone's videos. And like, oh, well, I never thought of that move, and then add it to our training.
Cool. Well, what can we do to better support you?
I don't know. I didn't think of that.
I mean, obviously, even if we could find you on social media, liking and following you, that's help,
that's definitely
right?
Follow that, watch, engage with my videos, ask questions on the videos.
Okay.
So
kind
of get that also gets me motivated when people are like, wait, how did you do that? I love explaining it to people. I love teaching people.
Okay.
And then you can come to the gym and just kind of see if I'm there, and I'll help you out too. Like, also just hop into it. I want to inspire people to do it more. Like, people are always like, I'm not a pro. I'm like, you don't have to be. There's literally so many levels. Like, we have beginner comps. Right. And these kids, like, their competitions are super easy, but, like, to them, that's, like, a huge deal. So just kind of that always helps too. And
right. And Dr. Joe and I are really big into just everyone being out there and actually doing physical stuff.
Moving,
whether it's biking,
essential.
walking, running, doing those physical activities, and not only from kids, but all the way up through seniors. If you keep moving, then, your quality of life is just so much better.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'm like, so I keep putting weights into my training, even though they're like my least favorite. I found out that is the most beneficial for women to be able to lift weights. So I was like, all right.
For all ages. For all ages. I mean, there's been studies in 80 and 90-year-olds, they can actually increase muscle mass. Like you wouldn't even think of great grandma like getting bigger biceps or bigger thighs, but they measure it and they can actually still improve their muscle strength and size by lifting weights.
And it's not only your muscles, but it's also your bones.
Oh.
You strengthen
your bones
when you do
so
weight training, you strengthen your bones
because
also.
the muscles are pulling on the bones, and the bones get stronger when they're against resistance, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it's essential. So that kind of like dynamic training where you're doing lots of different things, you're kind of, it's that eustress. You're kind of stressing it out in different ways. I mean, that's how we grow. That's how we get better as humans.
Yeah.
And then I always tell people I just want people just to come out and try it and do it. That's kind of what my biggest thing is. I enjoy it, and I feel like everybody else would enjoy it. And I tell them, like, any age is able to come. Like, our oldest competitor is 73 years old.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, you're never too old. Just come out and try it out. Because they have, like, categories. They call them the Masters. And it's 40 plus and 50 plus.
Hey, Ron, I think we're in the Masters.
There we go. Okay.
So, and they're fun to watch because they are strong. They are insanely strong. And you're like, okay, I could do that.
But we don't bounce quite as good as the 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
But just basically just follow my Instagrams and my. I'm gonna post more on my YouTube because people want to see the actual course runs.
Okay. 100%.
Instagram doesn't show the whole thing, so they want like a minute. So I will post more on there too. I'm like not the best at posting on YouTube, but all of that.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah. And we'll definitely, we'll be watching and supporting you.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. We will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Stader Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Stader Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Stader Insurance, an agency you can trust.
Arcadia Landscape has been a part of the Tucson community for over 40 years. In that time, we have grown from landscape maintenance and construction to tree services, water features, reptile removals, irrigation repairs and installations, and low voltage lighting. It's our mission to keep our community clean and educated so you and your family can enjoy it just as much as we do. No job is too big or too small. Contact us today for your landscaping needs.
Hey Tucson, why do we accept pain as normal just because we're over 40? You know, nearly 8 out of 10 Americans suffer with back pain. At Wellness Chiropractic, we help people after car accidents with chronic neck and back pain, numbness tingling down the arms. If you're like me, you like to spend time outside with the family, hiking, biking, everything. Don't let that pain stop you. Wellness Chiropractic, we help that body move better so you can be the better version of yourself.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
It's July in Tucson. No time to gamble on a cheap AC install. Some of the other AC names got bought out by investment companies and won't stand behind their installs. We stand behind our installs with a 1-year money-back guarantee. Family owned since 2001. Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Call 520-492-0748 or online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
All right, we are back. You're watching Southwest Flavor. Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Yeah, that was a great interview.
That was fun.
That was fun. That really was fun.
I mean, athletes, and you know, I could tell already when I walked in. I was like, "Oh, I already know it's her." I mean, you look at the physique, and you could tell there's a person that is dedicated time, effort, discipline into her body.
Right.
And I mean, discipline excites me.
Yeah.
It seems it's like a lacking ingredient in a lot of people's lives. And in fact, it's where we're not disciplined is we're usually not doing very well.
Right. Exactly.
Whether it be,
exactly. We talked about socially. Earlier, I went cycling this morning. You went for your walk this morning.
It's just, having the discipline to do something consistently. Yeah. And it's that consistency. You could tell she didn't like jump up 3 days ago and say, hey, I'm going to be a ninja warrior.
Right.
No, her whole life has been like moving and active and, maybe you got
and challenging herself.
Right. And she's constantly pushing forward, which is, I admire that.
She's a leader. She might not know it, but she's a leader.
Yeah, and that's why I was asking, are you coaching? Because
they'll take her into other avenues.
100%.
Yeah,
I see a huge potential, and I'm excited to see where she's going to be in the future. If someone could just help guide a few more things. She has the physical talent. God blessed her in many ways, and then how do we hone that to get the most out of there?
Exactly.
So, that was very exciting to talk to her.
And see, I've been listening to you, so, about the mobility and, being healthy.
It is so important. And, I think we all were, back when we were meatheads in high school and maybe early 20s, and we're like, sure, let's see how much weight we can do. But it's like, 2 inches of mobility. And, my mindset has changed. Now it's like, man, I see patients who are, yes, in their 20s and 30s, and then I see the people in their 50s and 60s. And I see people in 50s and 60s where they look like they almost already have a foot in the grave. That's negative. I know, but I see that, and it's like, ooh, okay, that's where I don't want to go. And then I see people who, man, they are like fully functional, doing work, doing life, raising families, and like hitting the gym, going on vacation, and living because
they're enjoying their life
because they've taken care of their body,
right.
And their mind and everything else. But it's that taking care of the body part, because if you don't have that, it's really hard. I recently I cracked a tooth 2 weeks ago, and it's this tiny little itty bitty thing, and you don't think of anything, but man, it can be like a game changer as far as focus and working out and
that pain. It's right there inside your head.
It is, and
it's horrible.
You think I know exactly where it's at. They put a cap on it. I was hoping to get a crown. It's not going to happen. I'm going to have it yanked later on today. But the pain has radiated, and that's what happens. It starts here. Now, I will tell you immediately. The next morning, I did it on an evening two Wednesdays ago. The next morning, I'm calling different dentists. Can I get in today? Can I get in today?
Right.
And I got in, and he helped me through the pain at the time. Unfortunately, it's getting worse. I'm going to have this whole thing yanked. But I could just tell where that pain is spread from kind of local to now all in here into my neck, into the back of my head. And I see that, and I just think, man, I'm so blessed not to have pain on a regular basis.
Sure. Right.
And I feel like I can really empathize with people who are coming into the office right now and thinking, oh.
Well, you've seen me before come into the office when I hurt my back, and I'm walking like a robot or Frankenstein,
I have been there, but it's been a long time. And I think, sometimes pain is a good reminder of how awesome our lives can be.
Right. Exactly.
Because, it's, my wife is probably, I'm a big baby. I'm not too proud to say that. I get man colds, which are awful on occasion. And so she probably heard me a million times talk about this tooth, but I'm a driven person. And that's why I appreciate her. And it literally, it's like I have an 8-cylinder engine, and like 2 of them are being diverted. The energy is being diverted to this dumb thing. And it's keeping me from my purpose. Like I said, that morning routine is how I kind of focus my day. And with this thing running in the background, it's just like my computer is not working as well. And so I'm super excited to get this sucker out of me. But there's today I really want to talk in the last couple of minutes on raising healthy families. And we're both dads. We both have families. And I know that we both want like the best for our kids.
Sure.
And whatever that might mean. And
and not only that, there are future workforce, there are future voters. Hopefully they'll take care of us when we get old, so there are future.
That is getting scary. I will tell you again, another bunny trail. I feel like there's not as many people who are willing to dedicate their life to helping whether it be elderly or people with disabilities in a great way. And I know that they're out there.
Sure.
But that industry is tough, and sometimes they just hire whoever they can get.
Right. Yeah.
And it's having, so I'm calling out all the people who have an inkling, who have a heart to help people. AI is coming. We're having all these things, but humans need humans. We need love. We need encouragement. And as we get older, sometimes we need a little help to take care of each other. And sometimes my generation has sometimes talked down to some of those people who've done that. My mom is a caregiver, and she's not even taking care of anyone except for my dad and our family. But like by nature, she's a caregiver.
Right.
I want to encourage the caregivers out there to stick with it. We need you.
Yeah.
The boomer population.
I'm sure it can be discouraging sometimes.
It definitely can be, and sometimes the environments are weird, and some people, sometimes old people get grouchy. It's not. It's true. It's not my.
But most of the time they get grouchy because they don't feel good.
That is true, and they don't. And a lot of times they're not getting a lot of the love that and being cherished,
compassion,
like I think they should. But so I want to encourage the caregivers out there. But when it comes to raising healthy families, I want to talk about mindset. I think that might be even above everything. I want to talk about nutrition, and I want to talk about motion. Okay. So mindset, as a Christian, I think that, we are just amazingly made in the image of God. And if we have the idea that our bodies are awesome, and no matter what shape or form that we have, our bodies are awesome, and that it is our responsibility to take care of this gift from God. I know this is sounding preachy, but just whatever you want to take from that is we have this one body that it is a machine that is amazing that we still haven't even fully figured out.
Right.
But
most of the time it can heal itself.
Most of the time it can heal itself.
That just alone is amazing. It's mind-blowing.
Instilling that into the next generation and into ourselves on a daily basis, on a regular basis, is just, I think, so valuable because, my kids are recently more cleaning the house. And so when I keep telling them and keep saying, this is ours, we take care of ours. And so then you don't leave this out, or if crumbs drop, you pick them up right away. You don't just leave the crumbs there, or, when you drop this, you pick it up, or this thing has a place here.
Yeah.
Well, the same thing is true with our body. Like we have this, and when something's not working, we don't just cover it up. We don't just tape it up. We just don't use it or try to ignore it. We got to figure out what is going on with this thing. How do we get this body back to working like the way that it's supposed to be working? And so I think that's important for kids to hear, for all of us to hear. And so having that mindset that our bodies can heal. Number 2 is nutrition.
Sure.
We're good with the first one. We weren't as good as with the second one.
Nutrition's hard because we're all busy.
Very busy.
And a lot of times you're like, what can I grab to eat really quick so I can get out the door or
and a lot of that,
whatever.
A lot of that stuff is already so processed with artificial junk
garbage
and sugars. And that is challenging. But going back to the basics, or having like a this then this, is kind of a thing that we've been doing. Where and then my daughter, she's realizing as an athlete, my body performs better.
It affects you, yes,
and I feel better.
As a cyclist, if you're going to go on a long ride, you're going to go on a 30, 40, 50-mile ride, what you ate the night before, it's going to affect you the next morning.
How much you drank the night before?
Then, exactly.
All of that just,
your hydration,
and I'm talking
everything.
water or alcohol, both of the things are going to affect your performance the next day. And, we are all athletes. A lot of us, I have a colleague that calls them occupational athletes, right?
Yeah.
So, you're guys, you're climbing up and down ladders, you're lifting crap, you're doing all this. That is athletic.
Sure.
And so if you don't have the ability
to do that. It's a physically demanding job.
100%. Imagine avoiding some sick days. Imagine avoiding some of the strains, the pains, those type of things. So using your body properly and fueling it with the right nutrition, and then motion. We just talked about that. And so, it doesn't sound like this girl had any TV time.
She says she doesn't have a TV at her house.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's probably the best thing. We did that for years. I don't know how TVs have snuck into our house. I'm not sure how that has happened, but that having just the idea of just moving your body, getting outside and playing. I get it. It's gonna be like 105 degrees today. It was even warm at 6 o'clock for the walk this morning.
It was.
But getting out and moving is essential. It charges your brain's batteries.
Right.
That it literally lubricates your joints, that motion, and so you do heal faster. And then again, there is some time for some additional help. And when I was talking to her, man, she is a performance machine. I can see it. I love it.
She's focused.
She's so focused.
So everything she's doing is going towards that. Her
And imagine if she had some performance help on some of these things. So she talked about from a broken finger to a strained shoulder to tendonitis to low back pain. Imagine, I have a stupid little tooth. Imagine if her performance, if we could help her recover 10, 20% faster.
Sure.
Right. And so now you would see a person who's like recovering faster, which means they can train harder, which means they can perform better.
Right.
And then that cycle goes on and on and on. And you do that cycle for a couple of more years, a couple more seasons, and you have a greater performance athlete.
Right.
And that athlete could be,
but that could be for any of us.
An HVAC guy.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, because if you are what you repeatedly do. So, a few drinks one night, not going to kill you.
Right.
But unless you drink and drive, and that'd be bad.
Right. Don't ever do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
But if you consistently drink,
if you're drinking that 6-pack every night or whatever,
we see it.
Yeah.
It's not a shocker that we see evidence of that. The same thing is true though when we look at the opposite, right? And so if we start our day with a 10-mile bike ride, I don't know about that. How about a 2-mile bike ride or a 1-mile bike ride?
Right.
Or you walk to the mailbox before you have your first coffee, right? Just to get that things going, or make it super simple. Doesn't cost you anything. Literally drink 32 ounces of water, maybe throw a little pinch of salt in there before you start your day. No sugar touches your mouth. Have that thing of water.
I drink a big glass of water first when I get up, and 100%. Then I drink my coffee after
Me
that.
too. Me too. And so starting with that, we don't drink water for 8 hours before we, while we're sleeping. And so we are going to be some degree of dehydrated. So refilling the system. That's why I said a little salt or electrolytes in there might be helpful as well. And then we can start off maybe at least at close to base level, and then we can go up from there instead of barely doing it. And then some sort of warm-up routine. I don't know how people do it where they roll out of bed and they're like at work in 15 minutes. Like,
that's weird to me. Because I'm up at 4 a.m. every morning.
I know.
So.
I mean, early rising is like how God made me. I don't know. It's how I'm wired. And I get it. Some people can be very productive at night. Don't ask me a hard question at 8 o'clock at night. Right. You will be getting
But my son Abel, he's great. That he's a night guy. So he does a lot of his work at night.
Right.
9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. He's on the computer doing stuff. And,
oh my God. I'm in bed usually between 8 and 9 o'clock. And it's just, I need to get my sleep. And so that recovering is just so important. But there are some times that need some help. Like my son broke his arm, needed some help. Now we were able to, go to the ortho, get him a cast, but then also do things like PEMF, pulsed electromagnetic frequency. It's been proven to help bones heal faster. And so for fractures, it's actually one of the only FDA things approved to go through the skull into the brain. So PEMF, it's a great one. They're kind of hard to find here in Tucson in town. We have a machine at our house that we've been blessed to purchase, and my daughter uses it for recovery from swimming. My son used it for his arm, and then also for concussion. Right? I mean, you have 3 boys. There must have been a concussion.
There was a couple concussions.
I bet you there was a concussion there. And so talking to the parents right now of kids who have had concussions, like these things they're finding out they're much worse, especially when if they unfortunately went from one concussion and had another one within the next 6 months.
Yeah.
We see grades dropping. We see cognitive abilities declining. Wow. It is no bueno. And so my son leaped out of his bunk bed for some reason, middle of the night. He's always been a kind of a stir crazy guy at nighttime, sleepwalking and whatnot. Boom, 5 feet down onto his head. Luckily, we didn't see any fracture in his skull. Pretty bad concussion though. Gnarly black eye for a few weeks. Definitely concussed. And so from adjusting to, of course, rest to lots and lots of water and then omegas. So your brain is mostly made out of fat. So it's you have every one of those nerves is surrounded by a myelin or a fat sheath. It's kind of like the electrical wires in every house.
Okay.
They all have a coating on them, right?
Yeah.
Which allows for the better conduction, right? Well, when you bonk your noggin like that, we kind of mess up some of that conduction. And so healthy fats like a quality omega fish oil, even your raw nuts, your salmon. So we had lots of that for about a month afterwards. We tripled the dose of the omega-3s for him. And then we, Dr. Adam in our office has a laser. And this cold laser we were trying on his head. Maybe it's just I was hoping for this and praying for it to happen, but we saw that like within a day or so, some of the black and blueness go away and his cognition improve. And so we used it every day, multiple times a day, this cold laser and he had these funky glasses because it's kind of like welding glasses because the laser's so bright around his eyes. And we just focused the laser right where he bonked his head and he recovered. Awesome. Like right now, there's no evidence of concussion. Of course, we're still worried about him not bonking his head. This happened a couple months ago, but there are some things outside of our traditional medical system that we can do to speed up that recovery and healing. And that's one of those things.
All right. Well, hey, Dr. Joe, thank you so much for
My pleasure.
coming in today. It's always a pleasure to have you on here.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. That's another episode of